That opening shot of The Sound of Music is really the quintessential picture postcard shot, really. And yet we had such terrible difficulties shooting that scene.
Maria had no prior experience playing the guitar 0:40 seconds. Julie Andrews, known for her role as Maria in The Sound of Music, had no experience playing the 0:47 seconds guitar before they started filming. To get ready for her part where she sings and plays the guitar 0:54 seconds, she needed to learn the basics. However, she found it really challenging to play the guitar 1:0:11 1 second and sing at the same time. It was a lot to handle, especially with the cameras rolling. 1:0:81 8 seconds. To ease her nerves before filming some of the guitar scenes, she sometimes took a little 1:141 14 second sip of Austrian schnapps, a strong alcoholic drink, to help her relax and feel more at ease. 1:2:11 21 seconds. Christopher Plummer, who portrayed Captain Von Trapp, also took lessons for guitar and singing 1:2:71 27 seconds to prepare for his character. But even though he practiced, the final version of the movie didn't 1:3:31 33 seconds feature his actual singing or guitar playing. Instead, they brought in a professional singer and guitarist to re-record those parts, and their voices were used in the film instead. 1:4:61 46 seconds. Number 19. Kim Carruth could not swim in real life. Chapter 3. Kim Carruth could not swim in real life. 1:5:01 50 seconds. In the part where the Von Trapp family is in a rowboat and it tips over, something really scary 1:5:61 56 seconds happens in real life. Kim Carruth, the little girl who played Gretel, the youngest child, 2:0:32 3 seconds, didn't know how to swim. When the boat turned over, everyone fell into the water. Julie Andrews, 2:1:12 11 seconds, who played Maria, was supposed to grab Gretel and help her out of the water safely. 2:1:72 17 seconds, but when the boat flipped, Julie lost her balance and fell backward, so she couldn't get to Gretel in time. Because of this, Kim Carruth ended up 2:2:72 27 seconds swallowing a lot of water. She got sick from it and ended up throwing up, unfortunately. 2:3:42 34 seconds. Right on Heather Menzies, the actress who played Louisa, one of the older girls. Thankfully, Kim was okay afterward, but it was a really scary moment during filming. Chapter 4. Christopher Plummer didn't enjoy working on the film 2:4:82 48 seconds. Number 18. Christopher Plummer didn't enjoy working on the film 2:5:32 53 seconds. Christopher Plummer, the actor who played Captain Von Trapp, didn't really enjoy working on The Sound of Music. 3:003 He thought the movie was too sweet or sentimental for his taste. He even gave it funny nicknames like That Movie, S&M, or The Sound of Mucus, as a joke instead of The Sound of Music. 3:1:43 14 seconds. While filming, he wasn't very happy, so he spent a lot of time eating and drinking to cope with how 3:2:03 20 seconds she felt. Because of that, he gained quite a bit of weight during the shoot. In fact, he gained 3:2:73 27 seconds, so much that the people in charge of costumes had to change and resize his clothes to fit his 3:3:33 33 seconds larger body. Even though he gave the movie a hard time back then, he later admitted he respected 3:3:93 39 seconds show. Much people loved it. Here's the next on exp. Tooley, George Von Trapp was a kind and caring father, even though he sometimes appeared a bit 11:59:11 59 seconds overwhelmed by all his duties. According to author Tom Santopietro, it was really Maria, 12:0612 6 seconds, the stepmother, who needed to learn how to express her emotions. She had been raised in a very strict and cold environment herself, so it took her a while to show love and warmth easily. 12:19:12 19 seconds. Johannes Von Trapp, the youngest child, once shared with the BBC 12:24:12 24 seconds that his father was a very charming man, generous, open, and not the strict 12:31:12 31 seconds military-style parent shown in the movie. He also mentioned that his mother, Maria, 12:36:12 36 seconds, tried to change how the captain was portrayed in the film so that he resembled his true self more, 12:42:12 42 seconds, but sadly, she couldn't persuade the filmmakers. It doesn't end there. Look what happened next. Chapter 11. Father Nur was replaced 12:51:12 51 seconds. Number 11. Father Wozner was replaced in a movie. 12:57 12 minutes, 57 seconds. One significant figure in the actual Von Trapp family's tale was omitted from the sound of 13:0313 minutes, 3 seconds music film. During the Great Depression in the 1930s, the Von Trapps lost a large 13:0913 minutes, 9 seconds portion of their wealth when their bank collapsed. To make ends meet, they began renting out rooms in their spacious home. One of the tenants was a Catholic priest named Father Franz Wozner. 13:2313 minutes, 23 seconds. After listening to the family sing, Father Wozner recognized their genuine musical ability. He took on the role of their musical director and collaborated with 13:3313 minutes, 33 seconds them to enhance their singing skills. Maria von Trapp once remarked that he 13:3813 minutes, 38 seconds slowly but surely molded them into a real musical group. Because of his guidance, 13:4413 minutes, 44 seconds, the family transitioned into professional singers. Father Wozner even escaped Austria alongside the Von Trapps and toured with them throughout Europe and the United States. 13:5713 minutes, 57 seconds. A writer named Tom Santopietro referred to him as the driving musical force behind the 14:0414 minutes for seconds Trapp family singers. However, the film did not feature him. Instead, 14:0914 minutes, 9 seconds, they created a fictional character named Max Detweiler to represent the person who assisted 14:1514 minutes, 15 seconds with their music. The filmmakers believed that depicting a priest as their music instructor would distract from Maria's character, so they excluded Father Wozner from the narrative. Chapter 12. Maria was portrayed as quiet 14:2714 minutes, 27 seconds. Number 10. Maria was portrayed as quiet. 14:3114 minutes, 31 seconds. Maria Augusta Kuchera, who later became known as Maria von Trapp, was born in 14:3714 minutes, 37 seconds. January 1905. When she was just a child, both of her parents passed away, leaving 14:4514 minutes, 45 seconds her an orphan. She was then sent to live with an uncle who was said to be very cruel and abusive. As she grew older, Maria attended a teacher's college. 14:5614 minutes, 56 seconds. During her time there, she deepened her understanding of religion and eventually converted to Catholicism. Following that, she joined the Nonnberg Abbey in Salzburg 15:0715 minutes, 7 seconds, and began her training to become a nun. In The Sound of Music, Maria is portrayed as quiet, 15:1515 minutes, 15 seconds shy, and gentle. However, in reality, she was vibrant and struggled to adhere to the strict rules of the convent. Maria later confessed that she created a lot of chaos at the abbey. 15:2815 minutes, 28 seconds. In a 1980 article, she described herself as horrid, the worst you can imagine. 15:3415 minutes, 34 seconds. She did things like breaking dishes, talking when she was meant to be silent. 15:4015 minutes, 40 seconds. Running around the courtyard, whistling Gregorian chants, which are meant to be serious and sacred. 15:4615 minutes, 46 seconds, and even climbing onto the roof of the convent. So, while the film depicted her as calm and well-behaved, the real Maria was actually full of life and sometimes a little mischievous. Chapter 13. Maria was unsure about marrying Captain Von Trapp. 16:0016 minutes. Number 9. Maria was unsure about marrying Captain Von Trapp. 16:0616 minutes, 6 seconds. In reality, Maria was unsure about marrying Captain George Von Trapp. In the movie The 16:1316 minutes, 13 seconds Sound of Music, they did get married about a year after she came to his house as a governess. But 16:2016 minutes, 20 seconds. In real life, they were actually married in 1927, which was more than 10 years before they left Austria in 1938. 16:3016 minutes, 30 seconds. George was much older than Maria. He was 25 years older, and their relationship didn't begin as a romantic love story. 16:3816 minutes, 38 seconds. He fell in love with her and wanted her to stay, not just as a governess, but as a mother to his children. When he asked her to stay with him and take on that role, she agreed. 16:4916 minutes, 49 seconds. Maria later said that she believed God helped George choose his words carefully. She thought that 16:5516 minutes, 55 seconds. If he had just come out and asked her to marry him directly, she might have said no. At first, 17:0217 minutes, 2 seconds Maria didn't marry him because she was in love with him. She married him because she cared deeply 17:0817 minutes, 8 seconds for the children and wanted to help them. Over time, real love grew between them. And just when you thought you'd spotted them all, here's another detail the filmmakers didn't quite get right. Chapter 14. The Von Trapp family didn't sneak through Heimer's 17:2217 minutes, 22 seconds. Number 8. The Trapp family didn't sneak through Yhe Mountains. 17:2617 minutes, 26 seconds. Although the Von Trapp family departed Austria just a day before the Nazis closed the borders, 17:3217 minutes, 32 seconds, their exit was not as intense as depicted in the film The Sound of Music. Official records 17:3817 minutes, 38 seconds and interviews stored in the U.S. National Archives reveal that their escape was actually 17:4417 minutes, 44 seconds, quite peaceful and well organized. In a 2003 interview with Opera News, 17:5017 minutes, 50 seconds Maria, the daughter of the Von Trapps, clarified that they didn't sneak away by climbing mountains with heavy luggage and instruments, as the movie implies. 18:0018 minutes instead, they left during the day, took a train, and acted as if they were just going on a trip. 18:0718 minutes, 7 seconds she mentioned that they did tell people that they were going to America to sing, and added 18:1318 minutes, 13 seconds that they pretended everything was normal so that no one would suspect they were escaping. 18:2018 minutes, 20 seconds, the family didn't travel by themselves. They were accompanied by their musical conductor, Reverend Franz Wasner, and their secretary, Martha Zachbar. 18:3218 minutes, 32 seconds in the film, Reverend Wasner was transformed into the fictional character Max Detweiler. 18:3818 minutes, 38 seconds, who stayed behind in Austria. However, in reality, Wasner stayed with the family and assisted in guiding their musical career. Their journey 18:4818 minutes, 48 seconds started with a trip to Italy. George Von Trapp was able to obtain Italian citizenship because 18:5518 minutes, 55 seconds she was born in a region that became part of Italy in 1920. From Italy, the family made their way to London, and then they boarded a ship to the United States. 19:0719 minutes, 7 seconds. Once they arrived in America in the early 1940s, the Von Trapps toured the country as the 19:1319 minutes, 13 seconds Trapp family singers, performing music to support themselves. Eventually, they settled in Stowe, 19:2019 minutes, 20 seconds Vermont. In 1950, they opened a 27-room guest lodge, which became a popular 19:2619 minutes, 26 second spot. Today, the Trapp Family Lodge is still in operation and has expanded into a larger, more modern facility. It remains owned and managed by the descendants of the Von Trapp family. Chapter 15. The Von Trapp family wasn't wealthy 19:4019 minutes, 40 seconds. Number 7. The Von Trapp family wasn't wealthy as portrayed in the movie. 19:4519 minutes, 45 seconds in the film The Sound of Music. The Von Trapp family is depicted as extremely 19:5019 minutes, 50 seconds wealthy, residing in a stunning house with numerous servants and no financial issues. 19:5619 minutes, 56 seconds however, their actual circumstances were quite different. In the early 1930s, 20:0320 minutes, 3 seconds, the world faced a significant economic downturn known as the Great Depression. Many individuals lost their jobs and savings, and the Von Trapp family was no exception. 20:1620 minutes, 16 seconds, they lost a large portion of their wealth when their bank collapsed, and they were no longer 20:2120 minutes, 21 seconds as affluent as they had previously been. Due to their inability to maintain their large residence, 20:2720 minutes, 27 seconds, the family had to dismiss most of their staff. To help cover expenses, they began renting out rooms in their home to visitors. This was a major shift 20:3820 minutes, 38 seconds from their previous way of life. To generate additional income, the Von Trapps also started considering singing as a means of making a living. 20:4820 minutes, 48 seconds, they had always loved singing together as a family, but performing for an audience was a 20:5320 minutes, 53 seconds different challenge. Captain George Von Trapp, the father, was not very keen on the idea. 21:0021 minutes. His daughter Eleanor mentioned in a 1978 Washington Post interview that 21:0621 minutes, 6 seconds, it almost hurt her father to have his family on stage. She clarified that he wasn't being elitist, he simply wanted to shield his children and maintain their privacy. 21:1821 minutes, 18 seconds. Nevertheless, the family required the funds, so they began performing at concerts and 21:2421 minutes, 24 seconds festivals. Audiences adored their music, and they quickly gained popularity. In 21:3021 minutes, 30 seconds 1936, they even secured first place in a major music competition in Austria. This achievement helped kickstart their career as a singing group 21:4021 minutes, 40 seconds, and led them to perform in other nations, including the United States. Eventually, they would relocate to America to escape the threats posed by World War II and begin anew. Chapter 16. The children were given the wrong names. 21:5321 minutes, 53 seconds. Number 6. The children were given the wrong names in the movie. 21:5821 minutes, 58 seconds. In the film The Sound of Music, the Von Trapp family consists of 7 kids, 22:0322 minutes, 3 seconds each, with unique names and personalities. However, in reality, their names, ages, 22:0922 minutes, 9 seconds, and even the total number of children were different. In 1926, Maria, 22:1522 minutes, 15 seconds, the real nun, was sent from her convent to assist with just one child. This child was also named Maria. She was the second oldest daughter of Captain George Von Trapp. 22:2922 minutes, 29 seconds. She had scarlet fever, a serious illness that had also taken her mother's life 4 years. 22:3422 minutes, 34 seconds earlier. Since she was still recovering, she couldn't go back and forth to school, so Maria, 22:4022 minutes, 40 seconds, the governess was asked to come and teach her at home. Many people are shocked to find out that 1:22:4622 minutes, 46 seconds off George's daughters was actually named Maria, just like the woman he would eventually marry. But in the film, none of the children's real names were used. 22:5822 minutes, 58 seconds, the filmmakers chose to change all their names and even some of their genders to 23:0423 minutes, for seconds better suit the story. The actual Von Trapp children from George's first marriage were 23:1023 minutes, 10 seconds from oldest to youngest: Rupert, Agath, Maria, Werner, Hedwig, Johanna, and Martina. 23:1923 minutes, 19 seconds. In the movie, the oldest child is Liesel, a 16-year-old girl who performs the 23:2523 minutes, 25 seconds well-known song, 16 going on 17. But in real life, the oldest child was Rupert, 23:3323 minutes, 33 seconds, who was a man in his late 20s by the time the family left Austria. He was already a doctor. Chapter 17. The Von Trapp family had a passion for music. 23:4123 minutes, 41 seconds. Number 5. The Von Trapp family had a passion for music. 23:4623 minutes, 46 seconds. The Von Trapp family had a passion for music even before Maria entered their lives. They 23:5223 minutes, 52 seconds were already a musical household, and singing played a significant role in their daily routine. In both the true story and the film The Sound of Music, 24:0224 minutes, 2 seconds, the family achieved first place at the Salzburg Music Festival. 24:0824 minutes, 8 seconds. However, the actual events differ somewhat from the movie's portrayal. 24:1424 minutes, 14 seconds. In the film, Captain George Von Trapp is depicted as a stern figure who forbids music in his home. In reality, he was quite the opposite. 24:2424 minutes, 24 seconds, and was very encouraging of music. He and his first wife cherished music and ensured their children were immersed in it, even before Maria joined the family. 24:3424 minutes, 34 seconds. Number 4. Von Trapp and Maria married earlier than the movie portrayed. Chapter 18. Maria married earlier than the movie portrayed. 24:4124 minutes, 41 seconds. In the movie The Sound of Music, Maria and Captain George Von Trapp fall in love and 24:4724 minutes, 47 seconds get married right as the Nazis are starting to gain power in Austria in 1938. This makes 24:55:24 minutes, 55 seconds. Their wedding seem really intense, like they are hurrying to be together before everything goes wrong. However, that part of the film isn't accurate to what really happened. 25:08:25 minutes, 8 seconds. In reality, Maria and George Von Trapp tied the knot many years earlier on 25:15:25 minutes, 15 seconds. November 26, 1927. That's over 10 years before 25:20:25 minutes, 20 seconds, the Nazis even invaded Austria. At that time, Maria was just 22 years old, while George was 47, showing a significant age gap between them. 25:33:25 minutes, 33 seconds. As time went on, Maria developed a strong connection with all the children and with George. 25:39:25 minutes, 39 seconds as well. In her own writings, Maria mentioned that she didn't marry George because she was head over 25:45:25 minutes, 45 seconds heels in love with him right away. Instead, her love for the children was what made her want to stay with them. Over time, her feelings for George deepened, and they became true partners in life. 26:00:26 minutes. When they got married in 1927, there was no threat from the Nazis yet. Hitler. 26:05:26 minutes, 5 seconds. Had taken over Austria, and their marriage had nothing to do with war or politics. They began their life together peacefully, raising the children and later having 3 more of their own. 26:19:26 minutes, 19 seconds. It wasn't until many years later, in the late 1930s, that life in Austria turned dangerous. George Von Trapp was very much against the Nazis. 26:30:26 minutes, 30 seconds, and the family's safety was in jeopardy. That's when they made the decision to leave Austria. 26:36:26 minutes, 36 seconds. But by that time, Maria and George had already been married for over 10 years and had formed a strong, united family. Let's look into another surprising mistake you might have missed. Chapter 19. Some of Von Trapp kids were omitted. 26:49:26 minutes, 49 seconds. Number 3. Some of Von Trapp kids were omitted in the movie. 26:54:26 minutes, 54 seconds. In the movie The Sound of Music, the Von Trapp family has 7 kids. Each child has 27:00:27 minutes, their own special name and personality, but they aren't exactly like the real Von Trapp. 27:06:27 minutes, 6 seconds kids. The filmmakers gave them new names and created different characters to make 27:11:27 minutes, 11 seconds, the story more engaging for viewers. The 7 children in the film were inspired by the actual children of Captain George Von Trapp and his first wife, Agatha Whitehead. 27:23:27 minutes, 23 seconds. After Agatha passed away in 1922, George was left a widower. 27:27:27 minutes, 27 seconds, with 7 kids. Their real names were Rupert, Agatha, Maria Francisca, Werner. 27:34:27 minutes, 34 seconds. Hedwig, Johanna, and Martina. So, the names we see in the movie, like Liesel, 27:41:27 minutes, 41 seconds. Friedrich, Louisa, and Gretel are not their real names. The filmmakers changed these names and personalities to add drama, humor, and touching moments that fit the story better. 27:55:27 minutes, 55 seconds. George and Maria had 3 more kids after they got married in 1927. These children. 28:01:28 minutes, 1 second, are not included in the movie at all. Their names were Rosemarie, born in 1929, 28:08:28 minutes, 8 seconds. Eleanor, born in 1931, and Johannes, born in 1939. Johannes. 28:15:28 minutes, 15 seconds, was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the United States. By the time he was born, the Von Trapp family had already escaped from Austria and found safety in America. 28:27:28 minutes, 27 seconds. The movie didn't include these 3 younger kids, probably because it was already telling a big story and needed to keep things simple for the sake of time. And 28:36:28 minutes, 36 seconds storytelling. Adding more children might have made the movie too complicated or too long. 28:42:28 minutes, 42 seconds. So, while The Sound of Music features only 7 children, the real Von Trapp family actually had 10 kids, 7 from George's first marriage and 3 more with Maria. Chapter 20. Christopher Plummer didn't want to play Captain. 28:56:28 minutes, 56 seconds. Number 2. Christopher Plummer didn't want to play Captain. 29:0029 minutes. Casting the role of Captain Von Trapp in The Sound of Music was quite a challenge. Finding someone to 29:0729 minutes, 7 seconds portray Maria was a lot easier. Many well-known actors were considered for the captain's role, 29:1429 minutes, 14 seconds, such as Bing Crosby, Yul Brynner, Sean Connery, and Richard Burton. However, the film's director, 29:2129 minutes, 21 seconds, Robert Wise, really had his heart set on Christopher Plummer for the part. He had seen Plummer's performances on Broadway and was really impressed by his skills. 29:3229 minutes, 32 seconds. Despite this, Christopher Plummer initially had no interest in the role. He turned it 29:3829 minutes, 38 seconds down multiple times. He wasn't a fan of how the character was written and felt it might 29:4429 minutes, 44 seconds not suit him. Eventually, Robert Wise traveled all the way to London to meet 29:4929 minutes, 49 seconds with him face to face. During their meeting, Wise shared his vision for the film and how 29:5529 minutes, 55 seconds she wanted the captain to be depicted. He also assured Plummer that he could collaborate with the screenwriter to enhance the character and make him more engaging. 30:0630 minutes, 6 seconds. After considering all of this, Plummer finally decided to accept the role. Back 30:1130 minutes, 11 seconds. In June 1960, 20th Century Fox had spent $1,025,000 to 30:1830 minutes, 18 seconds acquire the rights to adapt The Sound of Music into a film. That amount would be 30:2430 minutes, 24 seconds, equivalent to about $10,100,000 in 2016. They also agreed to give the original creators 10% of the film's profits. 30:3730 minutes, 37 seconds. Number 1. 20th Century Fix was nearly bankrupt until The Sound of Music came to the rescue. Chapter 21. The Sound of Music came to the rescue. 30:4630 minutes, 46 seconds. Back in the early 1960s, 20th Century Fox, the movie studio, was facing serious financial issues. They had poured a ton of cash into making a film 30:5730 minutes, 57 seconds called Cleopatra. Originally, it was supposed to cost just 31:0231 minutes, 2 seconds, $2 million, but due to various problems during production, the budget skyrocketed to over 31:0931 minutes, 9 seconds, $44 million. Although Cleopatra did make some money at the box office, it wasn't nearly enough to cover the massive expenses. The studio was on the brink of bankruptcy. 31:2231 minutes, 22 seconds. Then, The Sound of Music arrived. Initially, Fox was uncertain about how 31:2831 minutes, 28 seconds, well, the film would perform. Musicals had lost some of their popularity, 31:3331 minutes, 33 seconds, and they were concerned that audiences wouldn't be interested. However, when The Sound of Music 31:3931 minutes, 39 seconds premiered in 1965, it became an enormous success. Audiences adored the storyline, 31:4731 minutes, 47 seconds, the stunning songs, and the fantastic performances by Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer. 31:5431 minutes, 54 seconds, the film was so well received that it became the highest-grossing movie of 32:0532 minutes, 5 seconds off 1965. But it didn't end there. By November 1966, it had claimed 32:1532 minutes, 15 seconds, the title of the highest-grossing film of all time, surpassing Gone with the Wind, which had held that record for 24 years. Thanks to the incredible success, 32:2232 minutes, 22 seconds off The Sound of Music, 20th Century Fox was saved from financial ruin. The profits it 32:3032 minutes, 30 seconds generated allowed the studio to bounce back and avoid going bankrupt. This touching film didn't 32:3732 minutes, 37 seconds just become a beloved classic, it also rescued an entire film studio when it was in dire need. 32:3732 minutes, 37 seconds. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.